गुड मॉर्निंग थर्ड क्लास। आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग वेल एट योर होम। सो क्लास, मैंने आपको लास्ट क्लास में वाटर चैप्टर हमने रीड करा था, वाटर और फॉर्म्स ऑफ वाटर को दोनों की आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगी डीजी पे। सो लेट अस स्टार्ट क्लास।
Do you remember how you feel after spending a long time in the hot sun? Your throat, you feel weak and tired. What is it that you want the most at such a time? A sandwich? A chocolate pastry? All that you probably want is a glass of water. Yes, as soon as you drink water or any other fluid, you feel refreshed again. Water is a vital component of the human body. Almost 70% of our body weight is due to the water present in our tissues. Almost 70% of our brain is composed of water. The lungs are nearly 90% water, and more than 80% of our blood is water. Water helps us to digest our food and transport waste. It also helps to regulate our body temperature. When our body becomes excessively hot, it begins to sweat. As a result, a lot of water is lost. The body cannot function properly, making us feel tired and weak. The human body needs a regular intake of water to keep hydrated and healthy. Therefore, it is necessary to drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of or healthy fluids every day. Just like humans, water is essential for all living organisms on Earth. Besides being essential for life, water is needed for various other purposes. About 5% of the total water is used in personal and domestic activities. These include drinking and personal hygiene, cooking, household cleaning, and other domestic needs. Did you know that in most households, the maximum amount of water is used to flush the toilet? Each flush of toilet uses about 6 to 13 liters of water. So, avoid unnecessary flushing. In India, almost 92% of water is used for agriculture, and about 3% is used in various industries.
क्लास, आप स्विमिंग में वाटर होता है, आपका सी में वाटर होता है, डैम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बनाने के लिए वाटर का यूज होता है, और कोई चीज इधर से उधर ले जाने के लिए जब हम जाते हैं तब भी वाटर में से जाते हैं। तो ये आपके यूजेस है। अब सोर्सेज ऑफ वाटर पढ़ेंगे, क्या क्या सोर्स है हमारा वाटर का।
Our planet Earth. This from the space. You must be wondering why it looks blue in color. As you can see, almost 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Thus, when seen from space, it appears blue in color. No wonder scientists have named the Earth the blue planet. Some saline, as it contains a lot of salt. Saline water is used for drinking or cooking. That
क्लास सेलाइन वाटर जो था वो नमक वाला पानी था। अब आपको अगर मैं आपको नमक वाला पानी पिलाऊं तो आप पी लोगे? इवन वो सेलाइन वाटर जो होता है नॉट हेल्दी फॉर ड्रिंकिंग होता है, तभी उस सेलाइन वाटर को प्यूरिफाई करने के बाद तभी कहते हैं कि पूरी अर्थ में सिर्फ 3% ऑफ वाटर है जो हमारा हेल्दी टू ड्रिंक है, मतलब फिट है ड्रिंकिंग के लिए। पूरी अर्थ पे सिर्फ 3% वाटर है जो हमारा हेल्दी टू ड्रिंक है, जिसको हम पी सकते हैं।
leaves just 3% of water, which is fresh water. Of these 3%, a little over 2% is frozen in ice caps and glaciers and trapped deep in earth. This water, though fresh, is not available for us to use. A little less than 1% of fresh water is actually available for us to use. If 100 liters of water represents all the water present on the earth, then the fresh water available to us is just about half a teaspoon. This analogy tells us that every drop of fresh water is very precious. We need to use it carefully. Most of the water supplied to our homes as drinking water mainly comes from two freshwater sources: surface water and groundwater. Surface water refers to the water available in lakes, rivers, ponds, streams, or other freshwater sources. Groundwater is water present beneath the Earth's surface. How does water get stored underground?
अंडरग्राउंड वाटर कैसे स्टोर होता है? जब बारिश होती है तो काफी पानी जो है अर्थ, हमारी जो धरती है, अर्थ है, वो एब्सॉर्ब कर लेती है, सीप्स कर लेती है, और जो पानी सीप हो जाता है वो अंडरग्राउंड वाटर बन जाता है।
Water seeps deep into the ground until it reaches a hard layer of rock and gets stored. Groundwater is pumped through wells and then supplied through tankers and pipes. Hand pumps can also be fitted to extract groundwater.
ओके क्लास, अब हम पढ़ते हैं वाटर साइकिल।
We use water every day for various purposes. But can you guess how old the water we all use today is? It is believed that the first fishes on the earth swam in the same water we use today. The extinct dinosaurs are believed to have waded through it. And even our prehistoric ancestors have used the same water. Yes, it's true. The water present on the earth is as old as the earth itself. It just keeps on circulating between the earth's surface and its atmosphere. This natural mechanism is called water cycle. Most of the earth is present in the oceans. Ocean water contains a large amount of dissolved salts, hence it is not suitable for human consumption. However, oceans play a very important role in the water cycle. They help in replenishing the fresh sources on Earth. Let's see how the water cycle works.
पहले evaporation.
The first stage in the water cycle is evaporation. In this stage, water from the Earth's surface turns into vapor and moves into the atmosphere. Let's see how this happens. During the daytime, water present in the oceans and other water bodies gets heated up. As a result, it evaporates into the air, leaving behind salts and other impurities. Land areas also lose water through the process of evaporation and transpiration. Water present in the soil and in groundwater sources is lost through evaporation, while plants lose water from the surface of the leaves through transpiration.
अब है condensation.
The second stage in the water cycle is condensation, in which clouds are formed. Let's see how. Warm air is lighter, hence it begins to move upwards into the atmosphere. The water vapor present in the air also moves along with it. At higher altitudes, the temperature is low. As a result, the warm air starts cooling down. The water vapor present in the air also begins to cool down and condense into tiny droplets of water. Millions of these water droplets form clusters and keep floating in air. These clusters are called clouds. The third stage in the water cycle is called precipitation. In this stage, the water lost through evaporation moves from the atmosphere back to the Earth's surface. Let's see how this happens. As the clouds get laden with water droplets, they become heavy. When the clouds can no longer hold the water droplets, the droplets start falling on the Earth. This is called rainfall or precipitation. In cold places, the water droplets in the air freeze into tiny ice crystals called hail. Extremely cold places, the water droplets freeze to form soft flakes of snow. Rain, hail, and snow are three types of precipitation.
लास्ट है क्लास कलेक्शन. जो पानी गिरता है वो कहाँ कलेक्ट होता है? जो हमारा रेन से
The
पानी
last
आता है.
stage of the water cycle is called collection. In this stage, the precipitated water either falls directly into the oceans, rivers, ponds, and lakes, or seeps into the soil and is stored as groundwater. The excess or runoff water that is not soaked by the soil flows downhill into rivers. Most of the rivers finally flow back into the ocean. Some rivers also flow into lakes. The whole cycle starts all over again. In this manner, the water cycle works to maintain the supply of fresh water on the earth.
ओके क्लास, आप लोगों को यहाँ तक समझ में आया वाटर एंड वाटर साइकिल? थैंक यू क्लास.